Let's go. Welcome to the 101st episode of Fallout 4. We last left off. We've made it to the Institute. Yes, that's right. I said the Institute. And we were supposed to hop on this elevator in our shiny blue Red Ranger Rover power armor. Let's do it. Hit the button. Elevator access denied. What? You just told us to hit the button. Do we have to leave our power armor? That's messed up. Why? You can't exit your armor here. Well, that's not very nice. Let's check our data. Enter the elevator. Maybe he controls Father. Oh, okay. It has that little fancy little vacuum.
Imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have
The wrong impression. Let me turn him up because I believe in the headsets, or in not in the headsets, but in life. You guys, a few people had mentioned in the comments that this was a little quiet. So I'm gonna turn it up because I have a feeling this is fairly important. I'm gonna bring that up to a ripe 21. There we go. All right, cool. Let's do this.
the wrong impression.
You guys are bad
Welcome
peeps.
to the Institute.
That freshness.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place,
I'm gonna turn up just a hair more, just a little bit. There we go.
these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival.
It's so fresh down here.
Decades of research,
Research.
countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future.
It's so nice and
It's
clean.
never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But
Father.
for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for
The
everyone.
camera.
But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
That's right. Where's Sean? Give me back my son. Quote unquote Mel Gibson. Ransom, 1994. Spanner. Applicator. Ear examiner. Taking some of this stuff back with us to the wasteland. Whoa. Dude.
Sean,
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Damn you. It's really you. Is it you?
Sean, is that really you?
Who are you?
Let's go. I'm your dad.
Sean, it's me.
Can't you tell behind this armor?
I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Dad's here now. Are you okay? Let's ask him if he's okay.
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
I'll kill them. It'll be okay. What do you want? Open the door.
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Father?
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Whoa. Who's this? Chester Copperpot?
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
You just
Fascinating,
went
but
limp?
disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli.
What?
Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with
He's
challenge.
just limp.
Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
This is insane. I could kill you. Give me Sean. This is insane.
This is
insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
Answers asshole. Help me understand. Sarcastic. Where's my son?
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you, after all this time.
What?
It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
What? So we've been cooped up for 200 years and now he's like an 80-year-old man? Is this the moment where Fallout 4 jumps the shark? How?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute.
The Institute. I thought we were frozen for like 100 years. You were stolen. But why?
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable
It's kind of
of
bizarre.
anything.
Human synths? I think I get it. You lost me. They need specimens. Human synths?
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed.
Kind of looks like us.
Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the...
Okay, that makes sense.
I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and...
So all the synths have my DNA. You're here the whole time. So much time. It's really you. I don't believe you. I believe him. But you were here the whole time?
You've been down here the whole time.
I have. Yes.
Propagating
I know you must have
synth
questions.
children.
Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
No more. Kellogg, the Institute. What about your mom?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death
Don't trust
was an
those shifty
unfortunate
eyes.
bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage?
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place? Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were.
Maybe you should have
I
did a little
accepted my
research.
situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance.
When your son is older than you are.
What else can I say to ease your mind?
Heard enough. The Institute.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Scared of you. Doesn't matter. Need your help. Why you?
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position.
Why you're a kid.
I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time.
You've had 60
What else
years.
can I say to ease your mind?
I've heard enough. I don't. Kellogg.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done.
He's
What
got a
kind
nice
of
sweater on,
man
though.
he was.
You used him.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective.
What's on that vial right there?
It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. I know there's more for
What
us
is he
to
talking
discuss,
about?
but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them.
It is very
I've been
nice
part
and
of
luxurious
something
down here.
Amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry.
I
You
don't
have
know,
been through
man.
so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
What about all the people up there, though? I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the only thing left in the world.
We'll make
is
that
worth
decision there,
being
Pops.
part.
Or
I
son.
simply ask that you give the Institute,
Kid.
me, a chance.
What?
A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Yeah, we'll take it.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine.
But see, are the people here the
Please take some
people
time
or the
to know it.
yinth?
Meet the people you'll be working
Or
with.
synth?
You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities. Dr. Ayo in SRD.
Ayo.
Dr.
Best
Holbrook
person in the
bioscience.
Institute.
And finally, Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
All right, Pops. We'll go ahead and do a little walkthrough here. Ooh. Who's this, Boris?
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Look at that schnoz, though. All right, Boris. Let's go ahead and press on here. Director's quarters. So this is Pops' home. Let's go ahead. Can we hack his terminal? Nothing like saying,
There we go.
wow, one shot, welcome home, then cracking your son's personal journal. Conrad Kellogg, enhanced life expectancy. Kellogg's occasional presence continues to unnerve the others. At first, I thought they were merely intimidated by his confidence and arrogance, or perhaps even afraid of his general being. Kellogg is, after all, a killer. But as I've continued to witness their reaction, gauge their sidelong glances, I've detected something else. Something I should have anticipated. Jealousy. Kellogg is a living memorial to a forgotten program. He's an augmented human being, a cyborg, and has the benefits he has received. And the benefits he has received cannot be denied. But really, the scientists here could not care less about enhanced reflexes or greater combat efficiency. No, the cause of their envy is something more practical, more primal, his enhanced life expectancy. Just how long will Kellogg live if he passes naturally? It's hard to say. He's already more than 100 years old. Older certainly than any other human in the Commonwealth. His complete physiology has been altered. Perhaps he'll make it to 150, maybe 200. Let the petty have their petty jealousies. Kellogg is a living testament to the ingenuity and superiority of the Institute. And I take no small pleasure in knowing that must irritate him to no end. So he didn't say anything about that, about not wanting him around. Hydroponics is online. Synth output nominal. Child synth project under quarterly review. Director Zimmer still offline. What does that mean? Okay, let's look at personal notes. The wait continues. Ayo can only confirm sightings outside Vault 111 and again in Diamond City sometime after. What that means, I'm not sure. Will we actually meet? Was this all for nothing? No, not nothing. I will have learned valuable things about myself, my past, either way. I cannot afford to let emotion get in the way. I must simply observe and record. I'm told Kellogg has gone offline. Strangely, I find myself thinking of Dr. Walker. He had such high hopes for Kellogg, such faith in the implants and what they could mean. I still regret eliminating that project, but I know where it would have led us. Walker was never shy about his goals, and too many others were starting to listen. In the end, I believe I was justified. The Institute is about preserving humanity, not some bizarre amalgamation of bio and tech. All right. Director access synth shutdown. What? Unauthorized. All right, we need a code. Can we find that code? That's the good stuff. Stimpy and Addictol. Sean's terminal password. That was fast. Unless maybe it's not the right one. We need a code. Never mind. Thought we hacked the system. I do like how everything's fresh and clean in here, though. What's that? Folder. Stimpies. Anything else of value in here? Battered clipboard. Is that a bed? That's bizarre. Clean globe. We'll take that back home. Everything here is undamaged. Clean coffee cup. We need this stuff. Preserved sig pack. Clean everything's clean. Taking it all back home. We gotta have a clean director's recording.
Damn it, Galton. What the hell is going on down there? I have to convene an emergency directorate meeting because of this screw-up. That synth was a prototype. It was absolutely not ready for field testing. The mess it caused in Diamond City threatens decades of work to keep us out of the spotlight. I will be very clear. My legacy as director will not be tarnished by your division's mistakes. I am going to find out exactly who approved any sort of operation above ground, and that person will be held fully accountable.
Alright. Well, so that explains the issue in Diamond City. I wonder if we should get out of this power armor here for a second. Since now we know we're not going to get our faces ripped off. But it's been an interesting deal here. What is this? Can't use it. I mean, I'm just trying to process what just happened here. So basically what happened was, so this is our son. This is not really Sean.
It's stuck.
And that's kind of cool to have that there. I don't know. I just, I don't know. I'm not going to pass any judgment up yet until we get the full story. And we're going to get the full story in the next episode of Fallout 4. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, I encourage you to hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps grow the video channel, your face, and our ability to figure out if Fallout 4 has jumped the shark. And I don't know. We may blow this whole place up. You know, why do these people get to live down here in nice, clean, have clean coffee mugs, and everyone else has to live up there in the dust and debris? But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bizarre.